Welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're going to be covering the Belgian combat vest. Now I know that's a pretty generic name, but I don't have much more for you than that. I bought this from Sportsman's Guide for the princely sum of $15 plus shipping and handling, and that's what it called it, Belgian combat vest. I have done an internet search. I can't find much about it. I can't even find pictures of Belgian soldiers even wearing it anywhere. So a lot of what you're going to see in this video after I cover the features is just my suppositions of it. Now, one thing I will tell you about the vest right up, it has been well used. There's reasons it's been surplused. Whoever or several whomevers in the Belgian army that were assigned this vest used the living snot out of it. But enough of that. Let's get into the features of this vest and find out if it's something you need. Alright, we're going to start on the front of the vest as per our usual and get into its features. Now, it's made of a mesh material with a Belgian jigsaw trim on it. This is kind of the same mesh material you'd find on Black Hawk vests of the 90s. So that's probably when this was used. And we'll start here on the right side of the vest. You have magazine pouches. These magazine pouches, there's an identical one on the left, are removable. And this right here gives an illustration of their very unique attachment method. Is you have a slot here to slide it through and then two snaps up here and two here to snap it into place. So it actually is a pretty firm mounting, but it's also a unique one, and all it really does is say you can have the ammo pouch down here or you can have the ammo pouch up here, because none of the other pouches are removable. So I'm not exactly sure what their design philosophy was on that. Your first ammo pouch here has no dividers in it. It holds 3 M16 style magazines, NATO Stenag, and there is a thing of extending the Velcro so it can hold slightly larger magazines. And it uses the US M16 pinch clip style that you would find on Alice. It locks in place as such. As you can see, this one has some wear and tear on it. But you can put the magazines in flat against your body or outward like a US M16 pouch if you want. You move over one pouch, you have kind of a GP pouch that has a small other pouch here on the side. It's not really the greatest pouch in the world. It uses this Spanish fly clip, which of course is different than this clip here. And I found it's sewn tight on one end but has a small bellows on the other side. It actually works pretty good as a magazine pouch when I used it in a match. It's not the greatest one, but it was definitely functional in that role. The pouch itself is secured with a side release buckle. Has a waterproof liner to it and a cinch on it. And works perfectly adequate as a general purpose pouch for whatever you need to store. You can put up to an MRE sized thing in there, and I have done that at a match as well. The next pouch over, same setup, got a canteen in it. And it also has a connection point here, but I'm not sure exactly what you do. It's a tie down point. You probably put like bungee strap like the Brits will use on the PLCE, or maybe attach your bayonet to it. And it's got an opposite one here on the other side. Now you also have this hanger down here. I'm assuming this is for attaching a respirator or perhaps a drop leg holster. Although these pictures would interfere with the drawstring, or pouches, excuse me. As you move up the vest, you have a grenade pouch right here, and it's generous, holds a US style grenade pretty well. It also uses that Spanish fly kind of attachment. So here, on just one side of the vest, you have 3 different types of buckles. Not sure what they were going for there. Also on the side of the vest, you do have an internal pocket that's zippered. You can reach in, and inside the internal pocket, you have a holster. And yeah, not the easiest way, quickest way to get it out, and haven't used it in a competition because no competition would allow you to use a holster like that. But it's also so wildly impractical as to I just didn't fiddle with it. Didn't even consider it an option. I guess it's a great way to carry a pistol if you've got no other way to carry a pistol. If you go up the thing, you have the attachments to adjust the height of the vest. There's a strap in there that weaves back down. There's also Velcro. I've got it cinched up pretty high. They must think all their Belgian soldiers are 2 meters plus in height. To secure the vest to the other side, you have 3 buckles Two slide release on the outside, and strangely, one on the inside. Very, very strange. Now, if we go over to the other side of the vest here, it's a little different. So we have here the magazine pouch, but this one, when we take it off, has dividers to hold them flat against your body. Still has the same Velcro attachment, and has the same Velcro extension in there for longer mags. Very weird. Uses, again, the M16 pinch clip style. And you contrast with the pouch over here that not only doesn't have dividers, it never had them. It's not like the soldier who had this vest cut those dividers out. They were never there to start with. You have an exact duplicate of the utility pouch, again with this small weird pouch on the side that can be used as a magazine pouch, and really I'm not sure what else you put in there. And then another general pouch, general purpose pouch, which I have a canteen in. All right, let's move over to the back of the vest here. You can get a better view of the mesh material here. Like I said, very Black Hawk 1990s style. That's why I think this vest is from the 90s. Not only it's still using jigsaw pattern. You do have a hydration pocket right here. And on this particular example, the Velcro is long since dead. I tried using it as a hydration carrier. It didn't work. When I went to the prone, the carrier came out and everything. So it was pretty much a no-go for me. As we move down, we see the most interesting or unusual girth adjustment system of any type I've ever seen on a vest. So let's take it from the top and work our way down. This top strap here, it connects from the left side to the right side and has buckles for controlling the length of the running tails and all that, and 3 points of adjustment along it. It's independent of the back panel here, which I'm not understanding the logic behind this. Now we go down one level, and the back panel is attached to the side panel by a strap directly to it with nothing in between here. And this one's about dead. It's about to pop. Like I said, this vest has been well used, and I see why it has been surplused. And then we move down to our final strap here, which is connected to the side panels here and here that is sewn in, but then it also has a tensioning strap between the two. So you have 3 girth adjustments, each with a different adjustment system. It kind of really defies all logic. I don't know what the design principle behind this is. And yeah, it's pretty confusing. However, it actually does work, and it's fairly comfortable to wear. Okay, now we're on the internal of the vest. Now, originally I had been thinking maybe this was a one-off, like a soldier commissioned this to be built and then ditched it. But I kind of had to rule that out, because if I wanted to, I could go on Sportsman's Guide and order more of these things. Not that I would want to, but that's a different point. But also, there was a tag in here that it clearly had printed instructions at one time, and some soldier clearly put his name on it. So this was an issue item. Now, on the inside, not much going on other than you can see where the sewing of that holster I showed you earlier. There is a holster on each side of the vest. Each one does have that zipper next to it. So right or left-handed, you're covered. So this is an ambidextrous vest. Other than that, it has these very large loops. So if you have an internal belt you want to use to help control the bouncing around of this, you can do that. Also, as I mentioned, it had this extended thing, which I think is for holding their respirator gas mask. They have one on each side, again, ambidextrous. And strangely, here's that internal clip. So 2 of the front closures are on the outside, 1 is on the top on the inside. Again, very strange vest, very unusual arrangement, but it works. And I guess it was good enough for a while for the Belgian soldiers. All right, now that we know the features of the vest, what they use it for? Good question. Not a lot of data out there about this one. My best guess is this got used for mechanized troops. The reason for that is everything's here on the front and the back's very clean, as you saw. Now you could make a valid point, say, hey, yeah, it's clean so they can mount a ruck too. You may be right, although the position of everything else having straps on, I haven't tried it with a ruck, but I just don't think it would work that well. But I could be wrong. But mechanized troops also, because with the pouches on the front like this, you're not intending to go prone. That's not the main intention, so you're not going to be laying in ambush for long periods of time in this thing without being massively uncomfortable. That, and also for the fact that the literally only pouches on this thing that you can move are these 2 ammo pouches, and you can move them up to here for whatever reason that you may want to, unless there's some other pouch attachment for this thing I am not aware of. Totally willing to admit that's possible. Now that we've guessed what it was originally used for, and it was used, this thing has had the snot used out of it, and I can see why it was surplused. What use is it of to you? Well, it's $15 plus shipping from Sportsman's Guide. It's a good spare. It's got some life lift in it. I've used it at matches. It worked adequately enough. If you need to hold some water, some snacks, and some ammo to get through a match, this will get the job done. It's not the most high-speed gear you can use, so you're not running to win if this is the one you pick. But this is good to have as a spare vest or as a loaner vest. Got that new guy, you're trying to get into it, doesn't quite have a lot of money, or he dumped all his money into his rifle and then his optic and then his pistol. Well, this is a good loaner to get him through until he starts getting his field gear. Also, this is a good one that you can kind of honestly go put in a cache somewhere. If it gets stolen, you're not going to cry too loud losing this thing. And it just is a good backup if you have to lose some gear. This is a good one to sacrifice. The price, like I said, $15 plus shipping and handling. Can't argue with it. And if you still want them, last I checked, they are still available at Sportsman's Guide. We hope you found this review of the Belgian combat vest helpful and informative. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for future gear reviews.